For today's kernel, we're going to hop back into the Apple Podcast reviews. This one comes from Shani Love 1, who left a really beautiful review. I'm just going to cut it down here a little bit. She wrote, "For all the people who just don't get stocks, investing, and all the terms that go along with it, this podcast is for you. I can count on him for giving all the financial news and breaking it down for the financial dummies like myself." Shani Love, thank you so much for the review, and hope you enjoy today's episode. Hey, this is Chris. Hope you're doing well, and welcome to Popcorn Finance, the show where we discuss finance and about the time it takes to make a bag of popcorn. So apparently, student loans was a very popular topic. I had reached out to all of you on Instagram to ask you what questions you had for me, and I received so many questions that I decided to put together one more special student loan episode. Robert Farrington of thecollegeinvestor.com is back again to lend his help. So let's pop into a couple more of your questions. Let's go with some payoff questions. I got quite a few questions about paying off your student loan. This one comes from Michelle. She goes by m.gdenmark on Instagram. She said, "Are there scholarships to pay off student loans?" Which my initial reaction was, I don't think so, because normally it's on the front side of the education experience at the back end, right?
Well, so we can't call it a scholarship. It's really more of like a prize. Are there prizes or contests or promotions out there where companies will pay off your student loans? And the answer is yes. They're not very common, but yes. In fact, just about a month or two before we recorded this, Fidelity was offering $10,000 to people that use Fidelity as a new app that you can use for their student loans. And they were promoting it, and they were giving away $10,000 to pay off someone's student loans or pay towards someone's student loans. So they're out there. They're just very uncommon, and you can't really call them scholarships. I mean, they really are like prizes or incentives or giveaways kind of thing.
Let's see. Let's go to something a little bit more fun here. This one just made me laugh. It made me smile. This comes from L. Latanya. She said, "Is there a central bank for student loans? Also, could I go by there and mysteriously set it ablaze?" Those are a question.
I love it. Since 2007, all federal loans are operated by the Department of Education. They come straight from the government. What a lot of people don't realize is when you borrow a federal student loan, you know who you owe the money to is the U.S. taxpayer. So all debt in the United States is structured as you actually owe the U.S. taxpayer money, and Congress and the Department of Education act on behalf of the U.S. taxpayer. Anyways, that's how the debt works. If you want to burn it down, you find the records and, at the Department of Education and light it on fire, or do some Jason Bourne stuff or Mission Impossible, like rope swing it and hack into it. I think a lot of people would be happy that you did that. So there you go.
Yeah, I don't think anyone would turn you in if they saw you doing that. So let's see. This next one, this is also from Ella Tanya. This is about credit. She wanted to know, why do student loans vanish from your credit report when paid off?
When you close a loan, it shows up as a closed account. It's not that they vanish. Well, I guess they do after like 5-7 years. They just disappear. But they're there, and it looks great. It's such a myth that you should have open accounts on your credit report.
Yeah.
I promise you paying off loans. It's crazy because literally the first month after you pay off your loan, like your credit score goes all crazy and just jumps all over the place. And, the credit bureaus don't even know. They're like, what, someone paid off their debt? Like, this shouldn't happen. Like our algorithm does not compute.
They weren't ready for that.
They weren't ready for that. But then, after about 2 months, 3 months, it smooths out and you will have an amazing credit score. I've seen most people that pay off their loans are in the 800 plus. People that don't have any debt, 800 plus credit scores. So when people say you got to have like a line of credit, you got to have some kind of balance or you get a bad score, it's so false. The people with the highest scores have paid off their debt.
Yeah, someone just told that to me recently, and I was like, please, just go ahead and pay it off. You do not need to keep this money here. Please don't do that.
No, don't. Get rid of it. Just pay it off. If you can afford it, do it. Or if you can get loan forgiveness, do it.
Thanks again to Robert Farrington for coming back for yet another episode. If you still have any student loan questions and you're looking for a good resource to turn to, go check out thecollegeinvestor.com. This is the site that Robert runs. I mean, they have a ton of information there, so I'm sure if you have a question, you'll find it over there. And also, don't forget to come join me over on Instagram. You can find me there at Popcorn Finance Podcast. I'd love to hear from you. As always, I appreciate you joining me here for another bag of popcorn. I hope you have an amazing rest of your week, and I'll talk to you soon.
Your boy keep it poppin' like Mary Poppins.